Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I hope you are doing well, I hope you are ready. It is Monday, start of a new week, and what a week. Finally, we have our boys back on the field. No, there are no game planned this week. Arsenal is on the 17th, Cremonese is on the 4th of January, but 14 men from tomorrow will be at disposal of Max Allegri. Who are they? I made a starting 11 with 3 people on the bench. Will you agree with me or not? And what do you think about that team? Will he arrive in top 4, that team, in a normal Serie A? Will he win the Scudetto? Will he be relegated? I'm curious to see your opinion. Then the second part, of course, Gazzetta dello Sport, Corriere dello Sport. What is today the topic? How are they accusing Juventus? What is the new story to explain to Juventus? How bad are they speaking about our beloved Juventus? We will discover it step by step if you remain on the channel, subscribing, notification ring on, and putting a maximum of like. Guys, I recommend you sincerely to download OneFootball. Every single World Cup score, and I know if you are living in USA, you are at school or you are at work, well, you can't see the game. OneFootball is real-time updating you on the score, but also especially all the nearly real-time English translated news about our beloved Juventus, and we know that unfortunately at the moment there are a lot. If you want to be up to date, it's the moment to download it for free. iOS and Android, link into the description. So we go now with the top 11 that I made. I went for a 3-5-2. 10 on 11 are Italian. Why? Because Italy didn't qualify to the World Cup. I repeat it again. Unfortunately, it hurts, but it is what it is. World Cup that will end on the 18th. So even if some players were already eliminated, like Kostic and Vlahovic, in the group stage, they are not there. They will enjoy a few days of holiday. We are waiting for all of them to come back, even if there are still players that are in the competition like Paredes, Di Maria, Bremer, Danilo, and Alexandro that will play today. By the way, Danilo should be in the starting 11 today with Brazil. Good news for the people that were asking for. But who will be there? Well, Bonucci anticipated everyone because he started to train yesterday, 2 days before the mandatory start of the 6th of December. That's good. Locatelli is already training since 2 weeks with the next gen. Mamma mia, he wants to be in turbo form when we start back. Well, Perin in the goal, Pinsoglio on the bench. Do we have to discuss about that? Absolutely not. 10 players, we know with our Italian, 1 Colombian. So on the right side in the wing we have Quadrado, on the left side De Sciglio. That should be back after his injury. 3-man defense, Bonucci, Gatti and Rugani. And then you have in the middle Locatelli, I already told you, will be the leader of that midfield with the youngsters Fagioli and Miretti next to him. On top, Moiskin, that finished Serie A before the international break in a fantastic way. Federico Chiesa that already played part of them, and now he wants to be there from the start, maybe even starting the game versus Arsenal in Emirates Stadium on the 17th of December. Not bad, no? Not bad, that 11. Then you will tell me, Beppe, why are Pogba and Sule on the bench? Well, Pogba because he will be there on the 6th, but he will not train with the team immediately. First 1 or 2 weeks individual sessions before going with the team and training. He will, I don't know if he will take part of the game versus Arsenal, but he wants to be ready on the 4th versus Cremonese, because in January 6 games, 5 of Serie A, 1 of Coppa Italia. I could have gone with a 3-4-3, putting one of the midfielders out, Fagioli or Miretti, with Chiesa on the left, Sule on the right, and Keane on top. Do you tell me what you think about it, and also what kind of Serie A team can that be? Relegation zone, mid-table team, top 4 of Champions League. I don't believe that we are strong enough with these men to win the Scudetto. I'm curious. Now, second part of the video with Gazzetta dello Sport, that today there was not a lot of things to say, to be honest, about Juventus speaking bad. So they were creative. They are speaking about the cases of Juventus, the investigation of the secret pact in the locker rooms between Agnelli, Pavi, Paratici, that were talking to the captain Chiellini, and Chiellini was writing in WhatsApp messages to his buddies. We know it, we already spoke about it 4 days ago, 3 days ago, 2 days ago, yesterday during the live, so it's not something new, but they continue. But this time they explain, yes, there were some mensuality, so monthly salaries that were actually delayed. Chiellini communicated with the team. There were some players that didn't agree 100%, like the mama of Rabiot, because not that she didn't agree to postpone the payment, but she was not happy because she was not the first one that were asked the question to. Instead, it was in the WhatsApp message of her son, and that's why she was not happy. Then you had also other players like De Ligt, like Buffon, that didn't really agree with not receiving immediately their salary. Is it true? Is it not true? I have absolutely no idea. But how how went Gazzetta really crazy and really creative today? It was speaking about Mercato. I tell you, page 24. It's not on page 2 or 3. Page 24. They're speaking about the possible deal that Van de Beek could have been a Juventino. Weston McKennie could have been a Manchester United player. Why? Because while West Ham was offering money for McKennie and Agnelli and everyone there, they said, why not? If we receive 50 million, he's free to go. I don't know if we ever received a proposal of 50 million for McKennie. Well, there were Manchester United that was pushing in a swap, Van de Beek and McKennie. At the end, Juventus said, no, not to Van de Beek. We don't need a player in that role. But if you have another one in another role, we don't know which one, why not? So at the end, it didn't happen. They were speaking about the possible swap, Emre Can, Paredes, that didn't happen. They were speaking about Juventus on Donnarumma for all the people that were doubting that Juventus that was that close to Donnarumma, written there in one of the emails of Paratici. They're speaking about Demiral that close to Milan. Instead, then he went to Atalanta. A lot of players are mentioned in that article that Juventus was on. Then I'm asking myself, why? Why in a page of cases, investigations, and so on, these mails are, first of all, why they are leaked? Why they are leaked? I don't understand it. If you are watching all the emails of Fabio Paratici, why are you leaking these ones that has absolutely nothing to do with the bad things that are speaking about Juventus at the moment, first of all? And then secondly, guys, these are strategies that you are opening. If people at the time was able to read the emails, who tell you that they were not speaking in closed, friendly committees about the strategies of Juventus? Friendly committee, and then the other one is speaking to the other one, and then it comes to the ears of Beppe Marotta or to De Laurentiis or Iglitari at Lazio. Disaster, really disaster. I don't understand why they are there publicly. It makes totally no sense, but yeah, they had to fill the page 24 and 25. Corriere dello Sport, we know it, 2 days ago they started with John Elkann wants to sell Juventus. Yesterday, 1 billion and I sell Juventus. Today, all the doubts of John Elkann. Because John Elkann, yes, it is of course a club that is owned by the family. It's a family club, but it's also something that is not really clear in terms of how they are attacked, how there are every time new cases and so on. It's not bringing in a lot of money. Instead, we are losing money. But John Elkann is also saying, yeah, at the moment internationally, it's a brand that causes some damages in terms of image. The image from Juventus is attacking also the image of Exor. And on that one, I kind of agree that at the moment, the image of Juventus is attacked and damaged. Why? Because we said it's in a few days, but it's not new. It's something that is there since ever and ever, something that I really fight for every time. Well, Juventus, if guilty or not guilty, before the process, before going to law, finish with big pages on every paper, front pages, big titles. What is Juventus risking? Juventus will go in Serie B. Juventus is losing that money. Juventus this, Juventus that. They're already doing the process on the Italian pages before even being judged. And this is a disaster. And we saw it in Tuttosport. They were reporting actually someone that was saying, hey guys, once that the brand image was attacked, once that the damage is done, it's over. You can't clean up your image from that. Even if you are not guilty, it's too late. So John Elkann, instead of selling the club, which I don't believe in today, but instead of thinking about selling the club like Corriere dello Sport is reporting, it's time to defend. These kind of things can't happen anymore. If someone is speaking bad about Juventus in the future, about really strange things, especially professional people, journalists and so on, attack, defamation. They will do it once, twice, the third time they will think about it. Anyway, we go to the next one, Tuttosport. They saying Juve punti a orologeria. What does that mean? Well, that Juventus is actually playing from the start versus Cremonese until the end a virtual championship. You will fight for every single point. You will sweat for every single point. You will run. You will do your best on the field, sacrificing you with trainings every single day, starting from tomorrow, for something that you don't even know. Because in April, May, maybe they can go with losing points. Maybe everything that you did would be for nothing. And this will be another challenge to add on top of the -10 gap versus Napoli. Massimiliano will have to be not only a great coach but also a really great people manager, because it will be tough, my friends. I tell you, a virtual Serie A until the end where we will all have to be really, really strong. Yesterday, next gen, they didn't care about everything. They won 1-0 versus San Giuliano, and the beautiful thing is that we are only at -6 from the first one in the ranking in third division. Few words about the World Cup. Yesterday, Szczesny eliminated beautiful touching images with his kids that was there crying, and he was actually speaking about to him, and I know it. I am a father. I know what it is. So it was quite touching for the best one from Poland in the 4 games that they played. He will be back happy because I believe he received a lot of confidence about him being a really great top international goalkeeper. Yes, we know it. Our friends from England, they exaggerated a lot with the pages. Daily Express, yes we can, because Kane scored a goal yesterday instead of yes we can. Yes we can with we in the word French. We, not we, but we in French, because they will play versus France. But then you have, of course, Mirror Sport with bring on the French. They don't care. They are not scared. They have a beautiful team. Yesterday versus Senegal, they were so strong. Reply, an answer from L'Equipe, the French paper. God save notre king. God save our king Kylian Mbappe, because yesterday, mamma mia, what a phenomenon, like they were putting on all the pages. Re Mbappe, the king Mbappe, King Kylian. Yesterday he was running at a certain moment at 35 km/h in peak form, mamma mia, and these powers of shot, incredible. Already 9 goal scorers at the same age. Pelé scored only 7, mamma mia, what a player Mbappe. From one top player to another, or at least another one, a super young player from England that impressed the most yesterday. Not only yesterday, but it is Bellingham in that center of the field. Mamma mia, what a player, what a vision. Already again decisive yesterday with England, only 19 years old. He can become the best of the world. At least these were the words of Foden. Can we disagree with Foden on that one? We can disagree with his haircut, but not with his statement of yesterday. Guys, that was it for me for the video. Don't forget to put a maximum of likes. Don't forget also to subscribe to the channel. Grazie, forza, Juve.